Let's not fool ourselves, and let me just admit, I'm soon turning 60. This is why when I need to look at stuff close up, I need to wear my glasses, because I'm just getting old. This is also why I have this, which helps me heaps amongs. There's light in it, and it's a magnifying glass, so I can see something close up. So if I, for instance, had one of these, I'm not sure you can see it. But then I can go deep in and I can have a look, and it's fine. But it's not good enough. I need something that can magnify tinier pieces even more. This is why I got this one. Digital microscope. And this comes all the way from China, though. And it's come from Yan Yi Kun Yakteng Trading Ltd in China. Let me start by saying I kind of like never take anything in that I need to review, because I don't see the value for me talking about stuff that I don't want or need, or I don't want to be owned by anybody. So I usually never do this, but I made this exception. When they actually wrote to me and said, would you like to make a review of this? You just get it and you can say whatever you need to say. And I kind of like wanted a digital microscope for a long time. So this is why I have already taken the things out. It's empty, and I assembled it accordingly. Accordingly to this one. I'm not sure. Can we see it? I think we can. That's the component list, which walks you through in 6 steps how to end there. And it took me like a minute. So this is very helpful. I also, well, with it also the manual for it, and I haven't looked into the manual yet. I know you should actually start by looking at the manual, but I haven't. I think it's gonna be okay. So let us move a little bit closer to this, and let's hook more stuff up to it, because there's more stuff that belongs to this equipment. Okay, let's wait with this. Let's have a brief look at the manual. I think it's a good idea just to see what's in it. And it talks a little bit about the video resolution. I'm not sure if it's the screen or it's what you can store on an SD card that seems to come with it. This is 32 gigabyte. That should be good. It talks about that the video format is MPEG-4. The frame rate is max 120 frames per second. And then it talks about the lenses. So there's an A lens, and over here it seems, according to the manual, we have a D and an L. So the A is from 12 millimeters to 320. And there's a D in here, which goes from 4 millimeters to 5. So that's super close up. And then there's another one, which is called the L, which goes from 90 millimeters to 300 millimeters. So that must be wider. There's a photo resolution. Okay, there we go. So the max resolution of a picture seems to be 24 megabyte in 5600 times 4200. It's JPEG. There's this micro SD card. There's a video output in the back. We'll come closer to that. And there's a micro HDMI cable to it that can be plugged in the back, I saw, and I already put it into my big monitor so we can test that afterwards. There should be some software that's compatible with XP, Windows 7, 8, 10, and there's a power supply, which must be this one, which has a USB. And the standard size, who cares? It's 20 centimeters times 18 centimeters times 33 centimeters. So that must be 2018-33. And it also includes metal stand. Oh, so it includes all of what we see here. So that's this. And it talks about all the things you get. You actually get this set also. This set together with this is meant there's a light in here which can be powered through here. And if you had to look at something with light from below, like these samples, these are bugs and stuff, you can put them in here and then you have a closer look with lights the other way around. So I think either you have lights this way or you have two lights here you can poke with. I have no usage for this, so there we go. There are video demonstrations. I haven't looked at those, so QR code for that. Then it talks about the button and the connections. So we have some buttons up here. There's a power on and off, and you can select the mode, and you can up and zoom in and zoom out, and you can start recording. And on the back, if we turn it a little bit around, I hope you can see it, maybe not, but there's a slot for the micro SD card. There's something for power, which I think is this one that goes in here. There's this power to the USB, but there's also this one, which seems to hold buttons, and it has then the power, which I think is for these lights or for this, which then goes either in here or somewhere, I'm not sure. Yeah, I hope you can see it. It goes down here. So let's hook this up like this, and just to hook the monitor up also, because I want to see whether or not, should we put the SD card in before we continue? Let's just do it so it's all ready. I'm not sure which way it needs to turn. That way. There you go. It just clicks in. The reason I took the monitor up is, again, I'm old, and I don't think this is good enough for me. I think this is still too small for me to have a look, but, and I'm leaning over. So when you have something underneath it and you need to, like soldering and stuff, I think this, I'm not sure. We'll see whether or not this works for me, or it's better for me to have it on a big screen. I'm not sure you can see it, but I have the big monitor over there. So let's go back. So that's all this from behind. Then it talks about all the adjustments that you can take. So you can lift this piece here, which takes the whole, everything up and down. Then you can zoom in and out. Well, not zoom in and out. You can adjust a little bit more here, and then this can turn, which basically is this one. So that's the zoom mechanism for it, or focus. It must be focus, right? So let's put this a little bit further down. So that's all that's in here. It also talks about some clips which were in this bag, which you can screw on this plate, which then can hold stuff down. That has no usage for me, as I will, for instance, have a, this is a VGA card, and if I put it here, these would be in the way, so I cannot put stuff back. I am a little bit concerned about, if we have a look at this, so this goes here, so the focus is like here, like this. And what is all this space for? So somehow this should maybe turn a little bit further back. Oh, maybe that's this one. Oh, there we go. Sorry. There we go. So you can, okay, sorry. So it's all the way back now, which I don't feel is still enough, because now it's here. So if I needed to have this way, and I needed to have a look here, it's not possible. So I think the plate is too small or this mechanism needs to be able to come further back. But we'll see. Maybe it works. Maybe it's just me being a little bit, you know. So that's this. Next page talks about, oh, there we go. It talks about the connection that we just mounted. And it says this is for turning on the spotlights. And I think there's also a button for powering on and off at all. Okay, cool. And then it talks about the lenses. So there's a big one in here, which is the L lens that goes from 90 millimeters to 300. And there's an A lens, which is the one that's in here, that goes from 12 to 320. And then it talks about the D lens, which is the other one that's in here. That is actually for super close-up, which goes from 4 to 5 millimeters. And digital zoom, so you can emulate that you're zooming in also somehow, maybe in the display somehow. And then it talks about the remote, which we have over here. It's very light, so no batteries, and it doesn't come with batteries. These are 3As, so 1.5 volts. Let me I have some over here. So when you buy this, or if you get this gifted, you need 2 times AAA. Let's not go into this, it's all in the manual. It seems very intuitive with lights up and down and turning on, and there's a menu button, something with locking, and you can expose, so this is maybe color correction or brightness or something over here. I was thinking, where would I press to say record? Don't feel I can see it anywhere as a button, but maybe we'll figure that out later. Yeah, and then it just gives you samples and talks about stuff, how the menus are working. And then it talks about the HDMI output. It needs a 1080 pixels HDMI monitor. That's the one, I think, I hope. And then it goes over to some software. There's a link here where you can download the software. We'll figure that out later. I don't know what that software does, but it seems a little bit fancy. So there we go. That's the manual. I can understand the manual. It's easy peasy. It's English. There doesn't seem to be any problem with that. So sorry, this one and this one already gets 2 thumbs up from me. This was intuitive. I had no problem understanding it. Very easy peasy. Assembling it was super easy. And in order to get the other lenses, we'll have a look at those later on. I haven't tried them. There are 2 screws here on each side, and when you screw them all the way out, you can take out one lens and put another one in. If we briefly open it up, you can see that there is for the screw in each side, and there's a name, so this is the L. Let's put this back. I think we're kind of like ready to try to turn it on, right? So we need the power, which goes to a USB, like this. Still haven't figured out why there are extra power cable. Wasn't mentioned in the manual at all, so maybe it's if you don't have all of this with the lights, you don't need this contraption. You can just do this directly to this. So let's turn it on. I think there's light. I see light. It's doing something. Maybe we should peel off the nice thing. Oh, look. Yay. So it's definitely not in focus right now, but it just works immediately. So let's turn the focus. That's the other way around. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. This is, let me try and see if all of you can see it. Should we try to get a little bit closer? I must say, my first impression is, okay, I'm a little bit impressed. This actually works very fine. So if you have a look at this piece, which was that wide, that was this one. So yeah, absolutely. And I can put this further down. How close can I get? The other way around. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. I thought this would be like not too much value for me, but have a look. Wow. This is my finger. This is crazy. Okay, I'm impressed. I must say, I'm impressed. I would have loved a bigger screen. So I think let's figure out how to get it over there. How do I do that? Does it just? Oh, wow. Let me just. You need to see this. Sorry for the camera movements. This is crazy. Look. This is amazing. And you know, sometimes when there could be a tiny bit of delay, but there's nothing. I'm zooming in on the top. Now I'm focusing here. There we go. Wow. I thought I cleaned this, but obviously it's not clean. Let's just this is okay. I'm impressed. I am really. This is a cotton ball. Have a look. That's the cotton ball. This is this one. That's crazy. Okay. For the last time, I hope I'll say I'm impressed. This really will work for me. The only question is, if I'm sitting and soldering, will this work for me? So if I do like this, will this work? It will. I get it. It works. Yes, absolutely. I can solder with this, and I can peek and poke in it. I'm gonna find this. So I can take this. Wow. Look at how dirty it is, but it's tiny. This is, I am impressed. Sorry, I said it again, I shouldn't. So this is super cool. Yeah. There seems to be a tiny bit delay, not much, but yeah, just a tiny bit. But it's fine, look. Okay. So how far away can I get? So if I move it up, obviously you can change the lenses out, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. So if I zoom in, yeah, yes, cool. So I putting a little more light on it. There we go. So just want to try and see what all the buttons are. So there's a minus and a plus and an on and off. So if I do minus, yeah, it turns down. This is the lowest one. If I turn it up, yeah, it's gonna be, oh, the screen adjusts. Yeah, this works for me. If I press off, yeah, and then I press on again. Assuming it needs to start up here. There we go. What can I say? What can I say? This is crazy. I thought about maybe trying another lens. So this is the L, which goes from 90 to 300 millimeters. I'm not sure where to put it. Let's put it there. So so how would the zoom work? Holy, look, it's all the way up here. What happens if I move it closer down? Like halfway? Maybe this is, no, I think we're almost there. There we go. Wow! It's the same area. It's the same thing. Look at my finger. It's all over the screen. If I take in the cotton ball again, it takes out the whole picture. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Maybe one issue for me, I don't think so, but maybe one issue is that the distance from the lens to the board is not high enough. Maybe you will be, okay, we need the lights at least. Okay, so when we have this lens, if I take the lights away, nothing works, so you definitely need the lights. And if you have the lights, how would you have your tools in it? How would you be able to use your tool? So it needs to get further up because this lens is a little bit higher than this other one, which was called A. Let me swap it back so it's not so much in the way, but impressive. I thought this would be like, you know, crap, but it definitely isn't. Yeah, let me just change the lens again. Let's try and zoom in or focus in. There's a lot of focusing, so the range of the focus is huge also. I can continue turning and turning and turning. So, yeah. There is a tiny, tiny delay. So when you're trying to focus, you go past the thing you want to focus. So you need to make a stop for a second and see if you're there. Yeah. I'm not sure it comes on the camera, but there we go. Okay. Perfect. I think let me put this in the back. I think that can get dust into the lens, so I think it's a good idea to keep it in the casing. This is amazing. This is amazing. Let me find another board. Okay, look. This is a board from an Olivetti M280, so that's the AT. This one is the one that has a CPU that runs at 12 megahertz. The board is called BA824. This is a board that's not working. I haven't tested why, but let's just try. So yes, I am amazed. Have a look at the loudspeaker. Tiny bit of rust. I think the delay bothers me a little bit, but that's just me, right? Okay, so as you most likely have noticed, this is a big board from well, it's a normal board actually, the size of all the Olivettis in the beginning. You must know, the boards always sits like this in the bottom of the casing, and then you have the floppy disk drives and everything on top of it. It's big, it's huge. It goes for M24, M24 SP, M28, M24, 28 SP, 280, 380. So it's huge. 240, M240. So there are loads of these big boards. I'm afraid I can't use this on these boards. Why? How would I investigate stuff in the middle? Well, you can just move the camera a little bit this way. Let's try. Maybe I just need to figure out it was on the other side. So if I do this, yeah, kind of like works. A little bit out of focus. So where are we? Okay, so the two EPROMs. I'm trying to find this, and then I want to see if I can find this. So where is it? That's the one. That's the first one. If I want to have the next one, it's this one. So it can't reach all the way here. It ends here. But that shouldn't be a problem, right? You can turn it around, and then it's upside down. There we have it. That's the other one. But then again, it's a little bit, if I had to do this, I feel there should be another solution for this, shouldn't there? Let's take this a little bit away. Sorry, I'm just rambling around. I'm just going with the flow and seeing how this works for me. So if we look at the actual camera and the lens, which is hooked up to all of this, which goes to all of this. And if you noticed in the beginning, I have this one. The thing I love about this one is that it's on this, I don't know what you call all of this. So I can put it up, I can take it quickly away. So I think actually I would like to get rid of all of that and just somehow have this attraction put on one of these instead of. I think that will be better for a person like me who's working on bigger things and not tiny PCBs. This will work on this one, this is okay. But the big boards, that doesn't work for me. You know what? I think I wanna, give me just, let me think and I'll come back. I'm back. I actually found this. This is what I'm talking about. It would be nice if this could be put on this, which I can screw to my table. So therefore, I went into my, I made magic. I actually drilled out this. I measured the thickness of this, put a screw in so I can fix it. And this also has a screw, which is supposed to go in here. I'm afraid maybe this will be too heavy, but let me screw this to the table and let me try and see if I can make it work. This could be a good solution if it works. Okay, please bear in mind this is a prototype. The arm here is not strong enough, but we're kind of like getting closer, right? So if I need to find the other power connector, I think. Put it up here, like this. And if we hook up HDMI, can I find it? There we go. Yeah. And if I now I have the whole table. And if I zoom in, there we go. Yeah. Okay. This kind of like works. So, we need another version of this that doesn't have this. These two lights needs to somehow be mounted on this thing somehow, so I still have some lights going down. But this plate, that can go away. And I was much prefer to have an arm that goes with it. This is so much better. I can take it away, put it over there, and when I need it, I can just take it in and zoom in, and I can zoom up and down and whatever have you. This is so much better. I know it's not close up, but I have so much space underneath this for my arms. When I'm soldering, I know I'm not having a soldering iron, that's screwdriver. So if I need to do stuff, where are we? There we are. So if I need to do stuff, I can now sit. I need to have it like this, and maybe a little bit more like this. So I can sit here looking at the EEPROM, and I can actually have a look at my screen, or up here, obviously. I have so much room on top of this. This is the solution. This thing needs to change into this. Absolutely. I need this. This is not strong enough. It's a little bit heavy. I made this out of metal. This should have been same material as whatever this is. So it's very light. But there you go. This is what we need. Somebody needs to fix this and make another version. This, yes, crazy. I love this. Perfect. Absolutely. Absolutely. We need everybody to write to whoever makes the LinkMicro, tell them we need an arm instead of, this needs to be able to be mounted on an arm like this, so I can do this. There's no doubt about it. This is the right solution. This absolutely doesn't, not absolutely, I'm over exaggerating. This doesn't work for me when I'm having bigger PCBs that I need to work on. This only works for me when I have tiny pieces, but it's much better that I have all the space around the camera or beneath the camera. And the camera and the stand, nothing is in the way, all of that contraption that was up here, nothing is in the way. When I have my soldering irons over here, I can reach out and get my soldering irons or screwdrivers or whatever have you out there. Absolutely. The only thing that needs to be changed is getting this arm. Besides that, this microscope is good. It's seriously good. I'm amazed with the lenses. So I could now put on the bigger lenses and have this, still have this space, but it can then zoom closer. Should we try? Just for the fun of it. I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but this is cool. If I have this, I would be super happy doing whatever I need to do. I need to be careful there so that no dust comes in. So I think also, instead of having this contraption, I would love to have had something for all of them individually, so that I don't need to think about this. But there we go. Let me try and put this one on it. The only thing with this lens is it needs way more light. So now I'm missing out on the 2 lights for this. But let's take this one in. I should be able to put some light this way. And then we need to zoom. I think it's this way. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Okay, if I bump into the table, it does all of this. But nevertheless, let's take this away. Let's find that tiny, tiny piece. A little bit further around, a little bit further, and should come here. There it is. Crazy. Yes, okay. This obviously doesn't work. That's just because this is very loose and this is too heavy for that arm. So it needs to be a stronger arm, so it's more fixated. But come on, guys. This is what we need. There's no, if I turn my cap around, I can get into this and I can have a look and I can poke around. I can see everything super clearly. I need the lights, but I can see everything if I go this way. So yeah, absolutely. This is what we need. Where's the CPU? The CPU is here. That's the CPU. No, it's not. Sorry. The CPU is there. That's the CPU. You can't even see it. That's how much it zooms in. Cool. Cool. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you more. The LinkMicro is a pretty cool magnifying attraction, and the display is okay. If I didn't do this, I would need a bigger screen up here, and I'm pretty sure this comes in a bigger screen also. But this actually works better for me than this screen, so I think I would be doing this, having it all, taking it away. I would rather be sitting on the screen and working on all the items, looking at transistors and, oh, this looks a little bit sketchy, that one. There we go. So does this. I would never have seen this because everything is so tiny. It's up here, yeah. This is crazy. I love it. Look at the leg. Where are we? We are here on this. I'm in the way for the light again, but that leg up there also looks a little bit sketchy. This will help me heaps amounts, ensuring when I need to clean stuff, when I need to investigate and find bad solder joints and whatever have you. Where were we? Here. So if I need the glass fiber pin, I can then immediately see if the light were better. I can maybe turn a little bit around. It's still up there. This way, down. Oh, I lost it. There we go. You see, I just cleaned it. So, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, to be honest, I don't need this. This contraption with the display, I don't need that. I just want this. I obviously want it stable, so I just need the lens with the software, don't need the screen. And then I need an arm together with it, so I can move it around and work with it like this. And when I'm done, I can just move it over here and turn it off, and I'm done. Let's make it happen, right? But all in all, I'm impressed. The manuals were easy peasy. Didn't take me a minute to set the up on this contraption. Yeah, all in all, amazing. It just needs this twist for me to be like super perfect and more flexible, because I need my space when I'm working. Therefore, the arm, absolutely, we need the arm. There we go. I think I've said enough. I think I want to say thank you. I know there's also a button, and you can most likely do stuff. Menu, how does it work? There's an infrared up here, so I need to poke. Yeah, there we go. And I can change the resolution, exposure, and I can probably somewhere. How would I? Okay, how do I move over? I want to capture. How would I capture? How would I capture? There's a button here. What does this do? I'm not sure. Should I take? Okay, so this is also a little bit crazy. Oh, there I go. Okay, it took a picture, but I want to record. I have no clue. Should I hold it in? No. Yeah, just takes picture. I can't use the picture facilities for anything. I don't think I would actually record stuff, because this will go to an HDMI recording directly into the laptop most likely, instead of me having to take out the SD card and put it into a computer and when I'm editing videos. So I'm not sure that this has so much value. All in all, I really don't need this. I want the arm, and I want it to be a little more simplified with what I can do. And now obviously, we need the lights. As much light as we can get to it, but then it's really perfect. Okay, cool. Let's try again. Thank you for watching. My name is Typo, and I like this one. There's a link in the description from where you can buy this one. Goodbye.